Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, the Brits do not support another round of sanctions against Russia. It seems like they had enough ice cream, so they don't want more ice cream, even though they like ice cream. So let's find out what's going on here. You know, everything in excess will be damaging and unpleasant. That's why, remember that used to be an ancient Greek value, which was moderation. Moderation, well, we'll see. Or as the Romans used to say, media aura est, which means middle ground is golden. Not in like be an average Joe, that's not it, but in things that you do. Moderation. This article comes from Sputnik, and it's from the obviously it's a Russian media outlet, and this is the title: poll: British support for new sanctions on Russia to drop to 41% if energy bills grow. So every time I use this I don't know, reasoning, a lot of people are idealistic, or they say, yes, I have these values and I'm going to behave accordingly. Well, we all have our tolerance level. So let's say I will engage in helping the neighbor from, being beaten by the other neighbor physically, but I will help only from here, just calling the police. I will not get past that, my involvement. That doesn't hurt you at all. So you can be say, yeah, I helped my neighbor by calling the police. Yes, you did, but it didn't hurt you anything else but a phone call. That's all. Versus someone else who's gonna say something. Hey, stop beating that guy. Well, you expose yourself to danger. That means you fought for your, intervene more than the other one who called the police. You call the police and you intervene and say, hey, you draw attention towards you possibly being attacked by the guy. Now another one would call the police, say stop, and walk towards the fight, try to break it. Now that would be exposing himself really to harm and get involved maybe. And the last one would be the one who actually goes over there and stops the fight and beats the other guy, or takes the other guy off the guy who gets beaten, and in the process sustains injuries. Now this is a person who fights for his values being hurt. Now the other person who called, they don't want to get hurt, but they still helped, but they helped at that level. Once it hurts you something, you will stop doing it. Now it depends what tolerance you have. Now here you have a lot of the energy bills shoot through the roof in Great Britain, and now people don't like it anymore. Well, you were, I don't know how many, I can't remember, but the support was overwhelming that hey, we should help Ukraine and destroy the Russians. Well, now it hurts a little bit, and see how much that value is still there, and this shows that it's not really there, and it's normal. That's the way we are, and some of us are weasels, some of us are courageous, and the courage, again, it has levels. You're less courageous, more courageous, and an idiot, depending on the circumstance. Because reckless courage is not courage, it's just craziness. Now we have Sputnik, and they say that the share of UK citizens who support more sanctions against Russia, even at the cost of more costly energy bills, has decreased to 41% as domestic inflation continues to accelerate, an Ipsos poll commissioned by the British broadcaster Sky News showed on Monday. The survey showed that a total of 70% of the respondents support the introduction of sanctions against Russia in general. Yeah, the one with the phone call. Only 41% express support, even though it is likely to raise energy prices. Those are the ones who go over there to fight, because they're going to be hurt about it. The one who just says something potentially gets hurt, but doesn't get hurt, so it's not really involved. Here it says, well, you're going to get hurt by higher energy prices. Would you still want to get involved over there and fight that guy? And 41% said yes, which is a very high percentage, I would say. It was noted that this is a significant decrease since March, where the share of general support was 78% and 73% of voters were willing to support sanctions that would lead to increased energy price in the UK. Well, that was then in March, where it was nothing. But since March to now, and winter comes, it's much. Now the pain gets inflicted and you don't like it. And it's going to be more and more inflicted. So obviously from 78 and 73, whatever, it's going to drop. It dropped to 41. And wait a little bit, a month or two, and you're going to see that 41 is going to drop probably to 12 or so. At the same time, 8% oppose sanctions in general, and 23% find it difficult to give a definite answer, while 32% of respondents oppose the introduction of new sanctions at cost of soaring energy bills, and 27% are undecided, the survey showed. Now, the weasel question is soaring energy prices. What are we talking about? Because if I ask you, well, would you help someone over there who gets raped with the risk of dying? I don't think so. I don't have a lot of people saying, yes, I will go and intervene. But if you say, well, would you go and intervene if you see someone over there that gets raped? Would you intervene with the risk of, I don't know, a little scratch on your forearm? Yeah, most people would do that. So the same, soaring meaning what? So that's a weasel way of asking a question. I would like to know, what do you mean by soaring? What would be? Because it's a tolerance. How much can I accept that to be able to survive? Energy costs have more than doubled since March in particular. That's why you got this drop in half. Annual bills increased by over £1,200. It's $1,385 on average, according to the poll. The survey was conducted among 1,069 British citizens aged 16 to 75 from October 19 to October 20. Western countries have imposed, okay, this is the propaganda last paragraph. I usually don't like to read it because that's trying to let you with a flavor of what you should learn out of the whole thing, and forget the information I gave you. As I said before, the beginning and the end, the human brain gets from a story, not the middle. And the middle was all that information. And now you get it like this. 41, this is the information they want you to get. And it's very good information. 41% would not support if the energy bills would shoot up. And then you have, obviously, the fact that these guys increased the energy cost and from March till now, almost doubled, and will triple, according to an article by some analysts and experts, economists, not me. I was just reporting. I think about 1 month and a half ago, or something like this, maybe 2 months ago, where he said that now the annual bill for energy in United Kingdom is I think it was 1,972 or something, or 74 pounds, and by mid April 2023 it's going to get to around 6,000. So it's a big increase from, let's say, 2,000 pounds to 6,000 pounds by April. They talk about they imposed a cap on the bills. I think it's 2,500 pounds. And yeah, but who's going to pay the difference? Because if you don't pay the difference, the energy companies will go bankrupt, or they will downsize, or they will get the money that you're going to pay later for the decisions other people made in your name. That's how democracy works. So, very good. Not. Thank you very much for being with me again. Strong, smart, look for the truth, and be just.